Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to school. It's the first week of school, and we all are ready to learn. We're going to start our lesson today by learning about multiplication, and we are trying to understand how equal groups can be used to multiply. So we're going to start with something very simple today, which is multiplying by twos. We already skipped counting by twos this morning. So let's get started. Our learning objective for today: by the end of this lesson, you will be able to draw equal groups to show multiplication, apply the commutative property of multiplication, describe a common mistake, and explain how to fix it. And you're going to learn the following vocab and key terms as we move forward: the commutative property of multiplication, factor, and product. Let's get ready. There's an essential question, which is the part of the big question I want you to keep in mind today, which is how I multiply by twos. In today's lesson, we're going to engage in Explore. By assessing our prior knowledge and explore real-world connection, we're going to explain and elaborate for 20 minutes, and we'll explain equal groups and elaborate by applying our learning to real-world situation. To evaluate, we need to know if we can do multiplication or not, and we can kind of like, I need to show what I have learned. Let's get ready. So we will be engaged by assessing our prior knowledge and explore real-world connection. Ready? Let's start. Now, I just want you to be honest here. Just tell me, how much do you already know about multiplying by twos? If you know a lot, you can choose A, and it's okay to say I know a little or I don't know anything at all. I just need to know who knows who doesn't know right now. Just be honest. It's not graded or anything. It's just to make me just know, okay? So choose your best answer and be honest. It's fine. It's fine to say I don't know. We are all learning today, so it's fine. Now, in this board, you're going to share what you already know about multiplying by twos. By sharing that, you can help your friends maybe to remember what have we learned last year in second grade. Maybe you know something like 2 and 2 is equal 4. Maybe you know that two groups of 3 can equal 6. I know you you know a little bit since last year. It's okay to share that little that you know. You can insert a picture too with your answer to help it, and your friends can like your post if they kind of like it or remind them of something. Sorry. Now, so sorry. Since everybody's done, we can move forward. Ready? Okay, now I have a picture. We can scroll down to explore photographs. As you explore, think about math question. Think math. You can ask about this photograph. Ready? I know it's funny, but what math question can you ask about this photograph? Just think carefully. Think math. You have a question in mind right now? We're going to share our questions, so keep question in mind. Let's move forward. Okay, so you can put your question here on the board where everybody can see, like how many toes. Someone asked that question, we can like it. It's fine. You can insert any other questions you can think about this picture, but think math. And it's totally fine. Any question about math is acceptable. There is no wrong answers. Don't worry, we're all sharing here. It's fine. Everyone is done now? Great, let me move. Okay, now we're gonna explain equal groups and elaborate by applying our learning to a real-world situation. Are you ready? I see you're ready. Let's move. Okay, equal groups. Understanding equal groups can help you multiply. On the next slide, you will learn more about equal groups. Pay attention. Pay attention to how grouping objects in a different way gives you the same product. What that's supposed to mean. Let's see. Ready? Okay, equal groups. Can you see these groups? I have a group. This is one group. The circle means this is a group. And this is another group, another group, another group, and another group. So I see a total of 5 groups. How many triangles in each group? 2. 1, 2 triangles in each group. Now, if I counted all the triangles, I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll have total of 10 triangles. Interesting. Now, what if I don't want to have 5 groups, but I still want to have the same 10 triangles? What can I do? I can switch the numbers. Look at this. Instead of having 5 groups, I decided to have 2 groups. Now look, I have 5 groups in each. Now let me count the number, see if I'll have the same number again or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are a total of 10 triangles here as well. Did you notice? I switched the numbers. I changed the number of the groups and the number of the objects inside group, and I still get the same number. Let me explain. Equal groups and the commutative property. Commutative property means if I switch my factors, which is these two numbers, the 5 and 2 in this case, I call them factors when I multiply. These two factors, if I switch them or I change their order, I still get the same product. So both groupings result in a total of 10 triangles. This is called commutative property of multiplication. Commutative property of multiplication state that the product will stay the same when the order of factor is changed. That means both of the equations correct. 5 times 2 equal 10 and 2 times 5 equal 10. They still correct even though I change the factor's order. Let's take another look. Another example. Here I have 2 groups of 7. I have 7 hearts in the first group here and the 7 hearts here. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I have 2 groups of 7, which is equal 14. Let me switch. So instead of having 2 groups, I'm going to have 7 groups of 2s. So there are 2 hearts inside of each group. Let me count the hearts again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I still have total of 14 hearts here, although that I switched the groups. So 7 groups of 2s is 14, as is the 2 groups of 7 is 14. Any questions before I move forward? Do you have any question about commutative property? Great. That means I can move forward. Okay. Now I want you to try something for me. I want you to try to draw equal groups to show 9 times 2 and then draw equal groups to show 2 times 9. You can do the same thing that I showed you. You're going to show 9 groups of 2s. You can draw for me. And then on the other side here, you're going to show 2 times 9, 2 groups of 9. Ready? You can draw anything. Triangles, hearts, it's up to you. Circles, that's fine. Just show me. I'm fine. So if we start drawing, this is 1 group, 2 group, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 groups. Now I should have 2 in each group. So this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and 2. There we go. 1, 2. You guys are doing great. 1, 2, 1, 2 in each group. Great work. That is a great example. You're doing such a great work. Now, how about 2 times 5? That means I should have 2 groups with 9 in each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Excellent work. I love it. You guys are amazing. You're doing such a great job. I can check everybody work here and I can share everybody work with you. You guys are doing a great job. I'm so proud of you. Okay, now let's move to something a little bit different. On the next slide, you will learn about word problems. You're going to pay attention how to identify equal groups within the word problem. So, Alec read 2 books. Each book has 10 pages. How many pages did Alec read? We can use drawing to show this word problem like this. So this group means the first book and the second group means the second book. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in each group, the 10 pages in each book. So I can say there are 2 groups with 10 in each group, or I can also say there are 2 books with 10 pages in each book. So my equation in this case is going to be 2 times, yes, you're right, 2 times 10. So I'll read a total of 10 and 10, 20 pages, you're right. Here is my equation down here, 2 times 10 equals 20. Okay, so first I draw my problem. Okay, I write my equation, and then I solve my equation. Any questions? Oh, okay, let's move forward. Okay, suppose that Alec reads 2 books that have 9 pages each. How many pages did Alec read? Draw equal groups to find the solution. Everybody, it's your turn now to try to draw for me 2 equal groups, but this time not with 10 pages, it's 9. The number this time is 9 pages. So do your best and submit your work for me so I can see it. Great. Okay, since everybody's done now, yes, that was 9 and 9, and that was, what's the answer again? 18. Yes, you're right. Very good. Excellent work. So that's mean 9 times 2 equals 18. Yes, that's correct. Let's move forward. Remember this picture? Okay, let's look at the picture again. Now pay attention to the equal groups. I want you to look again, and do you see equal groups? Okay, now if you can see the equal groups, how many equal groups you can see here? Think about it. Okay, let's move forward. Now, write an equation that represents this photograph. Then write a word problem to go with the equation. They still have the picture. You can click on the picture here to look again if you want. Okay, you need to do 2 things. Write an equation that represents these photographs, then write a word problem to go with that equation. Submit your answers once you finish. You're going to see the submit down there once you finish. Don't forget the equation and the word problem that goes with the equation. And use your math words. Remember we used equal today? Yes, great. Such a great work. Everyone is doing so well. I think we're ready to move. Ready? Okay. Now it's time to evaluate. We're going to evaluate our ability to multiply by 2. You can do it. Let's try. So you'll have 5 questions. I want you to answer each question carefully. Check all the answers. There will be an answer that no, and answer maybe. And I want you just to think which one would be the best. If you want, I can read the questions out loud for you. Describe what you see in the picture. Click on the picture so you can see it. This circle means what? You know what does it mean? And how many inside there? Great, I got the picture. Let's read. Describe what you see in the picture. Do you see 2 groups of 4 or 4 groups of 2? Or 2 groups of 5 or 5 groups of 2? What do you see in the picture? 2 groups of 4, 4 groups of 2, or 2 groups of 5, or 5 groups of 2? Once you make your choice, go to the next question. Describe what you see in the picture. Again, click on the picture. 2 groups of 4, 4 groups of 2, 2 groups of 5, or 5 groups of 2. Anyone need me to read the question again? Okay, I'm going to move to the next one. Now you have an equation, 7 times 2 equal If you have a scrap paper, you can draw it on the paper, that's fine. Use any strategy that can help you to answer the question. Is the numbers going to be 12 or 14 or 16 or 18? Once you finish, I can move to the next question. Now, sometimes you see the equal sign, not at the end, to the other side, which is totally fine. That's why I put this question, so you know there is nothing wrong. You still have the same answer. 2 times 1 is going to be 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. Choose your best answer. And the last question is going to be 2 times 3. It's going to be 1 or 5 or 6 or 7. Okay, after you finish this, I can see how many of you got it correct, how many got it wrong. And I would like to see more greens in our report because it shows me you guys are amazing in math. Let me move forward. Okay, now be honest. No, I'm sorry, before you be honest, read the word problem in the picture, then answer the question below. So you're going to read the word problem. Alec read 2 books that have 7 pages each. How many pages did Alec read? 2 books that have 5 pages each. How many pages did Alec read? So your classmate says Alec read 11 pages. Describe the mistake that he made and explain how to fix it. You can write your equation, and that's the way to fix it, or you can explain, use your words, explain why he's wrong. Again, it's 2 books that have 7 pages each. Is the correct answer is 11? Yes or no? And explain your answer. That's a great work. I see some great work here. Now let me move forward. Now is the time to be honest. Okay, how confident do you feel in your ability to multiply by 2s? If you're very confident, let me know. Somewhat confident? That's also okay. If you're not confident and you feel like I need to practice this more, also let me know. That's fine. It's fine. We're all learning. And don't worry, it's not graded. Okay? You're doing great. Okay, now before we go, what is something that you found it very interesting or surprising thing you learned about multiplying by 2s? Something you didn't know before and you learned today. Share with your friends. You can include pictures if you want. And you can share 1 sentence. That would be fine. Just write for me something interesting you learned today. And remember, today we are trying to understand equal groups as multiplication. And we learned a new word, that is the commutative property. I hope you still remember what that means. So share your learning on the board so your friends can see your learning. And we're all sharing. That sounds great. You did such a great job today, everyone. I'm so proud of you. Great work. And I will see you in my small groups now. Okay? Ready? Thank you very much, everyone. See you in my small groups.